and I don't know what I'm trying to do. Anyway, hi guys. Uncensored Podcast YT here, also known as Red Faction YT, also known as John. Very common name, so good luck trying to know who I am. Look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm loving this podcasting idea. I love it. The execution, however, is not as enjoyable as it was originally. At the time of recording this, I've recorded 7 podcasts. And at the time of this recording, I've put one of them up, Mr. Catapan talking about the state of Star Wars. From this one podcast, I've got people who are wanting to help me. And freaking phenomenal. I'm going to try and be PJ John here. Anyway. However, there is a problem. I've got 2 massive projects on this podcast that I'm trying to get sorted, which is an absolute pain in my rear end. It's not affecting my schooling, it's not affecting my home life as such, but it's still annoying to have to try and figure out when you can fit everything perfectly like a puzzle. And it's getting a bit annoying. I'm planning on starting an AFL fantasy, which if you guys didn't know is like a draft, a build your own team thing for AFL, which is Australian rules football if you aren't from Australia. And you get to use money on an account, not real money obviously, and you get to build an AFL team and you track their progress through the year. Really fun stuff. So I'm trying to get 8 of my high school teachers to help me with it, and they've all agreed. They all want to do it. Now I just got to find, because they're in teams too, I just got to get them in the perfect positions for both of them at lunchtime so they're both able to do it. It is easier said than done. I'm not going to lie with you. I'm going to be straight. It's much easier said than done. Another one I've got is a science quiz, which is by far easier because there's only 4 people involved, but I'm not strong in any of the areas that I'm doing them on. So I'm going to literally go into the internet, search up questions in an area that I'm not familiar with to ask these geniuses in this area. So it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I thought, great, I can just fit everything perfectly, it'll all fall into place and be beautiful. No, it's not. I've got a great amount of teachers, I've got a great amount of support from school. And when this podcast goes up, I have no doubt that my family will see this. So I'm going to say it like as it is. I want more support from home. I want more support from the people who I talk to on a daily basis away from school to be there to support me with this idea and this project. No, it is not a school project. No, it is not something that will get me good marks in the future. No, it is not something I want to do as a career. It is a hobby, and it is a passion, and it is an interest of mine that I am trying my best by myself as a one-man crew to organise everything for. I'm trying massive things, like trying to do a live podcast with a Bundoora State Member of Parliament, which is ages away from me to get to, but it's something I have a great history with the guy who does it. Who is Bundoora State Member of Parliament. I'm trying to organise a live podcast with him, and that is really hard. But I expected that to be hard, so I planned ahead for that. I didn't expect for any other aspects of this podcast idea of mine to be this hard. I've got friends, I've got teachers at my high school who are wanting to help me, and then on the day where they said, oh, yeah, you're on today, you've said, we've agreed, we've spoke about it for weeks, you are on today. Oh, no, I can't do it today. It pisses me off. Is there a workaround? Absolutely. Just come up with something, do one by yourself, it's not that hard. But when it's been in the works for if it's been in the work for at least 3 days, 3 days to 3 weeks. If it's been in the works for long enough that people know it's happening, but then it's just slipped them on the last day, and they've agreed to something else. They've got something else come up, like a birthday or a celebration, or they want to just be outside and want to be doing their homework or making sure they're even further ahead than they already are, which I don't need to do, it aggravates me. I understand that I'm asking a lot of these people, and I hope that any of them that are listening understand that I am not going after you as a person. I'm going after the fact that we were so close. I was so close to getting this thing off the ground much faster, but now I had so many troubles getting an upload up. But now that I've got it up, it's out there. Yes, I can delete it for good, unless someone downloads it, but I won't ever want to remove something. I've got 2 random people on that podcast that I put up who have actually seen it and who actually enjoyed it. My first video, which was basically one of these where I've just spoke about what the channel would be, which has changed since then, obviously, that's got 21 views, and that's more views than I've had on any of my videos ever. That is including on my gaming channel. It's annoying. It really is, and I've done, how many was it? 4. I've had 4 podcasts that I did aside from these 7s that would make me up to 11 podcasts, which is a fantastic amount. But then they've all been cut because I couldn't bear up to the smark of what the rest of the podcast had been. Some of the audio cut out, some was just too much bad language from me. And yes, from me and my friends, it's because I was comfortable, but there is a line and I crossed it with that one. So that's gone. And just when like audio stuff happens, in some of my podcasts, because I don't believe in editing my podcast, there will be like audio things. There'll be like a fan going off, or there'll be like an announcement over the loudspeaker with someone's full name. But I don't care. I don't care at all. I'm doing this for my enjoyment, and someone's full name doesn't mean they're the only one with that name. There will be hundreds of people with that name. I bet there's hundreds of people with my name. And anyone's name. There's people with my name already, so it makes it harder for me to make my name with my own name, let alone on like a social media platform. Originally, I thought, no, I don't want to do this as like a career. I don't want to do this as like a full-time thing. But then it really started taking off. I had people lining up saying that they can help me at school, and I've got making phone calls to companies and governments and everything to try and organize something big, something noticeable, and it's just not going anywhere. I feel like I'm almost stagnant. I recorded in that first week of recording videos, I recorded all 5, 1 on each day. It was amazing. But since then, I've barely been able to get like 2 a week. And if I've done them, then I've had to cut them because they've had like a problem or something. So this was just me just trying to catch up you guys on what is happening behind the scenes. If you want to see more behind the scenes stuff, please do go to my Instagram. I do post on there, not very regularly, but I'm hoping to start soon. I've also launched a Twitch where I'm going to live stream as well. Live stream some podcasts as well. Live stream some editing stuff. Not editing stuff. Just like behind the scenes stuff for Red Faction YT. I'm hoping to do more with this than I already am, and I just want support from my viewers, however limited number they are. People, whenever I show someone that I've done this and they say, "Oh, you've got 10 subscribers, that's nothing." That's 10 people that is not me. That is 10 people that is not my alternate accounts that I use for different things. Those are actual people. Whether they be teachers, classmates, random people who actually have looked at my stuff and want to see more of it. And I don't want this to be a career. I want this. Do I want to do this for a long time? Yes. Do I need the passion to do it for a long time? Absolutely. Do I need support constantly with this idea? Yes. I need support from classmates, teachers, but above all them, above viewers, above you guys, my family. I come home and they only ask about my schoolwork. All I care about is what I did at school. They don't ask about my side projects like this. They don't care. The first thing is, do you have homework? If I do, drains me. If I don't, they'll be like, oh, you should have homework, you should be studying and stuff. If I don't have homework, it means it's not given to me. Am I still studying? Yes. Am I still rereading over my notes and processing the day in my head when I lay down? Yes. But they want me to actually be doing something. Hello, I'm doing something. You don't notice it. You don't care enough to ask. You don't care enough to be a part of one. You don't care enough to support me on it. So, why the hell should I do what you want me to do? Even though that, yes, it's important for me. But why the hell should I do that? And every time you ask, why the hell should I give you an answer when I ask you to do it one time? I don't ask for people to go on twice. I've had people go on twice like Sharby, and I've nearly had Raph come on twice, but people who have come on twice, that is by their own volition. That is by their own choice. That is by their own decision to do so. I did not twist their arm and force them. I offered. I offered to everyone. I posted it on my school website. I posted it on my school social medias. I want my name out there so people will come asking. And that in itself, them asking about how it's going, them asking, hey, can I be on it, is support. My only wish, and hopefully one thing I want to be taken away from this is, if one of your friends, if one of your family members, one of your peers, if one of your co-workers is trying something new on social media, anywhere in the world, if they're trying something new that they feel confident about, be there to support them. Because without your support, who's going to support them? Who's going to help them through it? Who's going to be there to help them, be there to be a part of it? Who else is going to do that? Who else is going to step forward and say, I don't know who you are, but I like what you're doing, I'm going to help you? No one. That's not how the world works. And me in my young age just figured it out rapid freaking quickly. This has turned into a bit of a rant without naming names. I kind of want to name names, but then that can lead to legal trouble. Anyway, and I've got companies like Jets, not the gym, it's a multimedia place in Bandura, again, far journey to get to, who are there, who are helping me. That's where I'm going to do my live podcast. If you want, hopefully in a separate video, I'll also put up the ticket links, but I am doing a live podcast, not paid tickets, by the way, but I am doing a live podcast. So, I want a live audience. I want people checking out this company who is giving me this recording studio, who is giving me the editing software if I wanted it, who are giving me the support I needed when no one else is. Before this recording, I was meant to do something with Raph, one of my closest friends, but he kept putting it off. He kept saying, oh, I don't want to do it. I want to do something else. I want to do this. I want to do that. Then do it. Why'd you come here? Why'd you say you would if you didn't end up wanting to do it? And that actually, it's annoying because I get so excited. Like, I think in some of them you'll hear me that I get so freaking excited when people are there helping me, who are being a part of this. Is this going to be $1 million thing? Absolutely not. Do I put enough time in it to become one? No, I do not. Should I? I don't know. Should I? If people actually were supporting me, I'd feel more confident in doing it. Because I don't have people supporting me anywhere near as much as I hoped for, or wished for, or should be in some cases. I can't devote more time to it if they aren't going to give me their time to help me. Nice, did it. Damn it. Anyway, alright. If there's one thing, take away, as I've said already, support each other, people. It's going on the mental health stuff that you haven't seen yet, but you will. Yeah, I'm going to touch on that in another podcast. Anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy. I hope you got something out of this. Even if you didn't, and if you just stopped by and you've taken a look, thank you. That's all I can ask for. I don't expect that number of subscriptions to go up high. But if that number of subscriptions is there and there is a number there isn't just one, there isn't zero, if there is a number there, and that is all that matters to me, because if that one person is not me, then that means I am doing this for a reason, because someone is watching, someone is listening, someone is caring enough. I'm going to end it there. Guys, thank you for being a part of this.